Are you running a high-revenue business but feel, well, completely trapped? Like you're working harder than ever just to keep things afloat? If that's you, you're in the right place. We are about to totally dismantle that culture of being busy and swap it out with a system for building a platform that can actually scale. Let's break you out of that cage.
You know, this right here, this is the root of so much frustration for leaders. When winning is just a vague idea, your team has no choice but to default to activity, not achievement. They look busy, for sure, but the business isn't actually going anywhere. And that is a really costly illusion that builds fragility right into the core of your company.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to diagnose the problem, what we call the golden cage of busy. Then we'll cover the huge mindset shift from tasks to outcomes. After that, I'll give you the exact tool to fix it, the scorecard. We'll even build one together. And we'll wrap up with a direct challenge to your leadership.
Okay, first up, let's put a name to a feeling I know a lot of successful leaders know way too well. You're making great money, yeah, but you're also the bottleneck for literally everything. Your revenue has built you a beautiful golden cage, and the lock on the door, it's your own constant manual labor.
So here's the fundamental flaw in how most businesses hire and manage people. We give them a list of things to do, a bunch of tasks. But this creates a massive single point of failure: you. Suddenly, you have to micromanage every little activity just to make sure the right work is actually getting done.
And this brings us to a really critical concept, the fragility tax. Think of it as this huge hidden cost your business pays because it's totally dependent on you looking over everyone's shoulder. It's what burns you out, and it's what's artificially crushing the financial value, the cap rate, of your firm, because the whole thing is limited by your personal capacity.
So, how do we escape this trap? Well, it takes a pretty profound shift in how we think. We have to stop managing people's to-do lists and start monitoring their results. Honestly, this is the only way to build a durable advisory platform that can actually scale beyond you.
Okay, look at this. This slide just lays it all out, right? On the left, you've got the path of exhaustion and fragility, the constant oversight. But on the right, that's a system built on data and autonomy. It's durable, it's scalable, and it frees you up to focus on strategy, not supervision.
And this is the goal. We're aiming for what's called systemic execution. Just imagine for a second a business where your team operates with total precision, all guided by objective standards, whether you're in the office or on a beach somewhere. This isn't just a new trick, it's a completely different operating system for your entire company.
So how do we actually install this new operating system? What's the tool? The answer is the role scorecard. This is what transforms management from the subjective, personality-driven guessing game into a simple, objective math problem. The power here is it's just undeniable. Instead of a long, vague list of duties, each role gets 3 to 5 crystal-clear metrics for what success looks like. This empowers your team to manage themselves. Performance reviews stop being emotional debates and become objective conversations about data. And the best part? Every single hire becomes a verifiable investment with a clear ROI.
Now, let's be super clear on what we mean by KPIs. These aren't just any old metrics, they are predictive. They're like the vital signs for a role. They tell you if that person is on track to succeed, which lets you manage the outcome without having to watch every single step they take.
All right, let's get practical. Let's make this real. We're going to walk through a simple 3-step process you can use, like today, to build your very first outcome-based scorecard and start putting this whole idea into action. It really is this simple. Step 1, pick one role. Could be someone on your team now or your next planned hire. Step 2, define the 3 absolute, mission-critical outcomes for their first 90 days. And step 3, this is the most important part, make sure every single outcome is binary and strictly measurable. No gray area, no subjectivity allowed. So, here's what it looks like when it's all put together. Check out how specific this is for an operations lead. At 30 days, success means 0 errors. At 60 days, it's 5 drafts done with 0 edits from the leader. At 90, it's a specific client feedback score. See, it's not about working hard, it's about hitting the numbers. Success becomes indisputable.
Which brings us to the real test. And this isn't for your team, it's for your leadership. We've talked about the why and the how. Now I want to challenge you directly. Because institutional platforms, the big players, they don't pay for effort. They allocate capital for outcomes. So it's time to look at how you measure success.
First up, the absence test. If you are completely unreachable for a month, what happens? Would your team know exactly, based on hard data, if they were winning or losing? Or would the whole operation just grind to a halt without you there telling them what to do next? Number 2, the autonomy check. And you've got to be honest with yourself on this one. Have you truly empowered your team with clear metrics to manage themselves? Or are you secretly holding on to that oversight role because, deep down, you still prefer to micromanage tasks? Are you the real bottleneck? And finally, the asset validation. Does your firm actually have the durable, outcome-based systems that make it a valuable asset, one that would command a premium valuation? Or is all that high revenue just subsidizing a show-up culture, where the only real metric is clocking in and out?
Look, the path forward from here is crystal clear. Stop managing busyness. Stop paying that ridiculous fragility tax. It is time to elevate your role from micromanager to architect. Define the outcome, keep the score, build the platform.